The video that you're about to see is a cut of my last random live stream. So if it's not in the same format that I usually do, that's the reason why. It was recorded live. So on that note, enjoy the video. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. Today on the menu, we got this lovely Dante card. Today we're gonna install it into that lovely Behringer Wing Compact, but the same rule that we're gonna tackle are gonna apply to every manufacturer who has a option for a Dante internal Brooklyn card. This is just a adapter that has 2 network port and has a holder for the Dante card. On it was this, hold on, let me put it back in. On it was this Dante Brooklyn card. And because we have an internal slot inside the compact, I want to drop that one in. That card, or that Brooklyn Dante card, may not be compatible with the internal of this console. And the only way to know if it's working or not is going to be to install it in the console. If it's not working, I'll need to take it out and maybe try it on a different brand of network board, because this thing, bi-amp system, I have no clue what that is, and I don't have the unit on the other side to talk to the card once it's on the holder. If it's not working, I will give that a try with that Yamaha expansion slot Dante card. It would drop right in because the Brooklyn card are standard, but the firmware on them and the firmware that allow them to talk to the port in the back, the network port, is not standard. Basically, the Brooklyn card has to match the manufacturer or the network requirement of the manufacturer, and also has to have everything has to talk to each other, basically. If not, you can probably just see me drop $500-ish of Brooklyn expansion card in the garbage, because I bought that on eBay way too long ago, and I'm not covered by any warranty whatsoever. So maybe that card is broken. It could also be another option, and I would not be protected anymore because I took too long to install it. My bad. No, nobody's fault on eBay. So without further ado, I'm gonna put that back on the shelf where it belongs, because this could be a lifesaver one day. And we're gonna start to open up our lovely Wing Compact. I have a video where I fully cover how to install a Brooklyn 2 card inside those consoles, so I will not focus on that. Today I will try to speed up the process and just go to the software part of that. We're gonna hold down utility and we're gonna enter the console option menu that is popping up right there. I'm just gonna write down Mod-Dante, and this, when I press apply, should tell the console that we have a Dante card internally. Maybe not. Maybe the one that I have is no good. We'll see. So here it says Dante, and I can try to talk with it. If it works, I'm just gonna need to do the firmware update and it's gonna work. And I just plug that cable in the back of the Wing, and I'm gonna know right now, firing up Dante controller, if I made a good deal or not. If I should have waited and paid full price for a Dante card. And I will see if I have any module in here. I have one device. Yes! I see it. Okay, hold on. Lucky me, really lucky, the card has been detected. What that means is I can interact with it. That's a big relief. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go here in Launch Dante Updater, and I've done this process once with the Yamaha card. The card is there. You should see it. If I double click on it, do we have any? Oh, if a device is at 72.31.something, it means that I'm connected into secondary port. Right now, my setup is made so that my only adapter that I have in my laptop is connected in the primary. I believe you can just go in here, shared, continue anyway. It should give me the option to have the card now running. Okay, there's still an error here because of my IP address. Let me go ahead and just change the wire in the back from one port to the other. And it's gonna give the Dante card another address, and that address will be at the 169.254. And by default, primary Dante, all address start with 169.254. Now, for some reason, I don't know why, I don't see the card coming back in. And maybe because there was nothing in the primary port, it didn't like it. So let me move my laptop out of the way. Let me make sure the wing's firing up. We're gonna wait a few seconds. Primary on my laptop, as you can see in the bottom, just turned green. If it doesn't fire, I can probably turn back to the second port. From the second port, I can probably manually change my IP address to something that starts with 192.31. I can probably set that as a secondary port on my laptop, and I can probably work the card from there. Maybe not. All I want to do is flash the firmware on it. And if I'm flashing the firmware on it and it's fine, I will have succeed. But just the fact that we're talking to the card is awesome. I don't think that card's gonna answer, maybe because it's on a static IP and I have no way of knowing what's the static IP on that card would be. The secondary was probably not used, so this is why it default to a secondary port. Let me make sure that it's the cable is all the way in on the console. Yes, it is. Let's go secondary here. We should see it eventually popping up in here at some point, and we can probably try to switch the IP address on my little dongle here, and maybe we can make it work. I'm gonna go back into the primary port, which I believe is primary port, plug it back in and see if there's anything happening. See it disappear from the list. EN20 just went back in, looking for an IP. Seems like the Dante required the HCP to work. As far as I know, no, it doesn't. As far as I know. Alright, do we see the device? Okay, we're gonna do the process again. I'm gonna change the port in the back, unplug the dongle from my laptop. We're gonna plug it back in. EN20 just came back alive. Oh, and we got something here. Dante card just showing up. Okay, let me try this. Let me try none, and we go here. I'm going to do non-shared. Continue anyway. Okay. Oh, it's in white right now. It's not in red. I don't think I have access to it, but I can probably change my network now. Go network, and I'm going to change that IP to be something like 172.31.1. Let's go 100.1. 255 to 55.0.0.0. Okay. I should be, and I have a bunch of IT network expert in their chat here, on the same network as this card. And there's a couple things happening on the screen, right? Oh, Dante hardware version. We got something. We got something. We got an IP address. We got Dante version. We're talking to it. Took us a while, but we're getting there. Can I use... Let me try this. All right. So far, we're talking to it into the secondary port. Primary doesn't do anything, but I believe we're fine. I believe we can talk to it. I'm gonna quit Dante Updater. Oh, not hide, quit. I'm gonna quit Dante Updater. And I'm gonna fire it back up again. Please select the network interface. Okay. Can I do this? Okay. No, you don't like it? Okay. Continue anyway, please. Can I fire up Dante Updater? Okay. Notifies. Come on. 0 is my Wi-Fi. 20 is this. Okay. Hey! I can see it. I can talk to it. Okay. Hold on. Update available? Sure. I want to update that thing. Imported firmware? No. I want library. I want wing. Behringer wing. We're running a Brooklyn 2 card, not a Brooklyn 3. So I believe this is the one that I need. So I have that locally. Let's go back to Ohm. Let's go check the I know what I'm doing, and yes, I know what I'm doing. Advanced setting. Allow imported firmware. Yes. Allow rollback to previous version. Allow override of device matching. So that means I can do whatever I want, basically. Imported firmware. There we go. Now is the time where I wish there is no power drop, because if I'm doing this live and power is dropping from the wall, I can probably break that thing. But now I have two options basically for the card. I have the option to go update available if I want to go update with the firmware from the manufacturer, or I can import the firmware file. I can overwrite the firmware from the factory. That's basically what I want to do here. I want to overwrite the whole thing and just drop the wing firmware on it. If I click override, it will turn this card into a supported, official Brooklyn 2 card with the Behringer firmware on it. Let's go and hope that everything goes well. Override. Yes, model for Brooklyn 2. Warning, you will change your manufacturer from null to Behringer. Yes, overriding manufacturer may result in your device becoming unusable. Ensure the firmware is compatible. I know that I'm using a Brooklyn 2 card with the Brooklyn 2 firmware, not the Brooklyn 3 firmware, which is the other firmware available. So if I click continue, I understand that audio will be interrupted. Update now. Failed. Okay, why has it failed? Because I need to connect into primary for that to work? Or do I need to do anything else? You can see it. Come on. You can see it. It's there. You can talk to it. You can talk to it over. You can definitely talk to it. There you go. I can change the name of it if I want to. Doing compact card. There you go. I can try to remove my adapter. It's there. Can I do the overwrite on the firmware? I don't think I will, because I still have an IP of 0 in the primary. Continue. Yes, I understand. Update now. Does it want to update? Oh my god, it's updating. Don't touch anything. Oh, it failed. Oh, why? Yes! No! It says ready for update here. Let me try one more time. Oh, it's moving. Don't touch anything. It's going. I'm not moving. literally there's progress. I mean, there's a progress bar going, and I'm not touching my laptop. I'm not moving that table. Nothing. I try not to breathe too hard. Okay. Close. Try to remove. Try to shut down. Basically, is what it's just said, right? Okay. Let me put that to obtain an IP automatically. I'm gonna apply. Device must be rebooted to have an IP. I don't want to tell it what IP it is. It should go by default. We all agree with that. Let me turn it down. Let me change the cable just for fun. Let's give it another try. Dongle is seen. Is it going to see it? Yes. Okay, it's seeing it. We're good. Take 27. Dante updater. Let me restart Dante updater. Wait a few seconds. Ported firmware available. It's seeing it. Continue. It says ready for update. Let's try update now. Progress bar. Background music. Giving you a pace of the speed that this thing's going. We should surf the vibe. We're gonna get there. Takes as much time as you want. And I don't remember where it stopped last time. I think it went further than last time. I'm so stressed out. I'm not touching anything. Because it doesn't mean if it goes to the end that it cannot fail. We have to give it the option to fail. Here goes nothing. Manual boot required. Now I'm stressed. Close. Manual boot required. Give it some time. Give it some time. Wing 64. Win 64. It updated the firmware. It worked. It freaking worked. Oh. Man, I just feel like I win $1 million. I got that card for dirt cheap. And now we can go back to my laptop and see we have a primary address, 169 dot something. Let me change that back to, it's just going to be a default address by DHCP. What the hell did I did wrong here? Why did it took like 5 take just to talk to it and then see the card happening and then fail like 3 times and finally it's working? Maybe a bad cable. Maybe. We have a wing in here. Let's complete the setup here on the new card. So it's going to be Wing Compact 2. Wing Compact 2. Do we have anything else? It's on switched. I'm going to go redundant. Reset device. We're going to go reboot, and everything that we did should be good, and I should be connected to primary. Or I'm going to break it, and we just lost all the progress that we did. Link down on the secondary. No, I'm good. I'm in the primary. I have IP address, and we can start to link some stuff. So the transmitter is going to be my MacBook, and I want the receiver to be the Wing 2 Compact. Is it or control click? It's control click. In series 8. So from my MacBook, I'm going to get 8 input. And while we download some stuff, let's see if we can make from 25 a couple input out of Dante. Dante. Hey, that's a really good sign. That seems to work. It's, yeah. It's been a bumpy ride. It's been a really bumpy ride. We made that happen. We actually succeed. We fight a Dante card and we succeed in making it something usable. It's been a pleasure working out those quirks together. I honestly thought it would be easier, but that's reality. This is what I'm doing. I'm doing stuff that is unpolished, that is true. That's my channel. Until the next one, I want you guys to please take care of yourself. And I see you all later.